Alrighty, well, it's getting dark. I'm back from town. I returned that other regulator that wasn't the right one. And anyway, this is the old regulator that don't work anymore. Um, see, this has a female connection and the male connection is on the stove. But with the one that I ended up buying, the male connection is here. So I'm guessing that the female connection would be on the stove if that one worked. But what I need is a regulator with a female connection. The one I got, this part here is shorter, and then there's a thing that protrudes that goes. It would go into the stove, but like I say, you can't put two male connections together. It doesn't work. So yeah. All right. Let's go back. Okay. Here. Yeah. We'll go back and see Rocky. Anyway, I got my money back for the one that doesn't work, at least. And yeah, I think what's happened, normally this end here is plugged. There's like a little piece of aluminum or something in there and plugging it. See, there's a screw in there to adjust it. I think what's happened is that it was failing, and whoever had the stove adjusted it, and maybe that bought them a little bit of time, or maybe it didn't, I don't know. But I got to figure now, it looks like it's turned out pretty far, so I'm thinking it's probably turned out as far as it'll go. You know, realistically, I don't think that I'm going to buy myself any time by adjusting it. And in fact, I don't like the idea of adjusting it, because you're not really supposed to. And when you're dealing with propane, it isn't a good idea to be screwing around with things that you're not supposed to screw around with. So anyway, I started on the process of getting the tent retarped. I've got it on there now, but what I need to do is I just need to secure it better. But it's secured well enough for the time being. Now, I need to get this going. Anyway, you can see with this regulator here, see how there's a little plug in there? I don't know if it's showing or not, but there is a little plug. There it is. You see, there's a little plug in the end of it. Anyway, yeah, all right. I need my thingamajigger here. There's Rocky. Hi, Rocky. I gotta finish boiling the water. There he is. Hello, Rocky. Good boy. He's a good boy, he is. All right, here we go now. Let's start boiling water. Yes, we need to do that. Turn this off. That's already on. Okay. I had already started doing that, but then I shut it down so I could go into town and return that thing at the Canadian Tire store. Funny, I was talking to a young lad back at the sports desk, because I thought I'll go back there and see if there's somebody back here who knows more than I do about these things, and might be able to steer me on to the right one, if they have the right one. So I go back there, and talking to this young fella, really nice young guy, like exceptionally nice guy. But I'm explaining to him about how I bought one there earlier today, and it was the wrong one though, and I'm explaining about that, you know, I need one with a female connection here at the stove, and the one that I bought ended up having a male connection, but I had no way to know that because there was a rubber cap covering up, so I couldn't see it, you know, until after I unwrapped it, took it out of the package. And I'm explaining all that to him, and I told him I'd just gotten a refund for the one that I had bought there today, and I wanted to just talk to somebody to find out if somebody who might know about them or whatever to find out. And he looked at me perfectly straight faced and he says, "Well, I don't think we sell these here." And I said, "Well, you do sell them here. I don't think we sell anything like this here," he said. And I said, "Well, you do sell them here." I said, I just told you that I bought one here this afternoon. It was just the wrong one, that's all. But I did buy one here this afternoon. So you do sell them here." I said, "They're in aisle 50. I said, "Just for future reference, if anybody comes in looking for one, they're in aisle 50. Anyway, he thanked me for the information. But I thought to myself, I told you twice during the conversation, you know, people just don't listen. That's what it is. But he's not the only one like that. Like that. There's a lot of people like that. But I thought, I told you twice during this conversation that I had bought one here this afternoon. If you don't sell them here, then how did I do that? That was quite a trick on my part if I bought one of those things from a store that doesn't sell them. Anyway, like I say, really nice young fella, and this isn't to knock him, and I'm not upset that he didn't know about anything about these things, because there's a lot of stuff in that store. I worked in that store in 1990, and I wasn't a teenager. I was in my early 20s, and I didn't know everything about every little thing in that store, So, I mean, and then I worked at the Canadian Tire in Perth, the old store that got torn down, and then they built a new one. But I worked in the old store that was there before the store that's there now. But no, I didn't know. I didn't know everything about every item in that store. So when I go into a store like that has all kinds of different things, and Canadian Tire has car parts and hardware and paint and housewares and gardening supplies and sporting goods and camping supplies, and it's got a little bit of everything really. I don't expect anybody in there to know virtually everything about everything that's in there. So, but I did think it was, I was a little put off though that I told him twice in the conversation that I had bought one there, that I bought that thing there that day, and I had returned it because it was the wrong one, that I just returned it, but I was coming back to see if I could find the right one and maybe get some help to find the right one. And he very straight faced, he says, "Oh, I don't think we sell these here. I don't think we sell anything like this here." He says, It's like, yeah, you do. I said, you may not have the one I'm looking for, but you do sell them here. Anyway, it's just kind of funny, It's modern life, I guess. But anyway, I've still got the Java water in my can here. I'm going to keep it in here for a few days. Then I'll dump it out and I'll give the can a good scrubbing. I will. But that'll come later on. That's not a job for today. Well, I did manage at least to get that tent to start that process. I'm going to have to soon do some other thing. There's the moon up there. I'm going to have to soon, here it is, finish this job here, get this all tarped in here, and get the end there, the back end tarped in. And I'm going to have to clean up the camp. I'm going to have to get stuff up off the ground and store it away. And I'm going to have to just organize everything better than it is now, because right now it's a mess. I don't like it the way it is right now. And I don't want it this way in the wintertime. Once the snow comes and starts burying things and whatnot, you don't want it. You don't want to be in that situation. So anyway, we shall see. That actually reminds me, I want to get my little twig stove out. I think it's in here. All this stuff here. There it is. There it is. That's my little twig stove. Yeah, there we go. I got lots of stuff, I'll tell you. Anyway, we'll put this back out. That's my twig stove right there. All right. I'll bring it in. Actually, I'll put it in the tent is what I'll do. Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's it. Put it right there. It's all folded down, and then I have that little pan that I put it in. I stand it in that when I'm using it. That pan catches ashes, and it also kind of contains it a bit to reduce the risk of a stray spark causing a fire. Of course, I'm only going to use it occasionally once the snow comes. And so once there's snow back here, there'll be no issues. Anyway, that's it. All right. We'll see you later.